Whoop, the dynamic duo.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dynamic Duo. I'm Franz.
I'm Kevin. The Batcave and the Ventus Tower are open once again to communicate with you against anybody bad.
I love that introduction, man. I love that. It's just masterful stuff. Listen, Kevin, we have lots and lots to talk about yet again. But guys, listen, I'm asking to do a favor. I know that Kevin has a lot of friends out there, a lot of loyal, dedicated, awesome people, and we need you guys to help us out. We need you to subscribe, which many of you have, but we need you to watch the videos or put it in the background, and we need you to hit the like button because it helps our algorithm. And so please like and subscribe or share this video to the extent that you can, because I think, Kevin, what we're saying is important. I think what we're saying is different than the norm. I think our conversation is different than what you hear out there on YouTube. And I think that if somehow, some way, the powers that be of the industry can hear what we're saying, I think it would benefit them, because a lot of the stuff that's going on, I think doesn't make sense, and it serves to lessen the potential of what this industry and what this genre could be. So help us reach James Gunn, help us reach Kevin Feige so that they can hear what we have to say. Kevin, we are going to review today several things. We're going to talk about several things. But we're going to start by reviewing both Agatha All Along as well as The Penguin. And we know what I'll do is I'll keep the shows together and then I'll break them up for the people that don't have the ability to listen for long periods of times. So you watched both The Penguin and Agatha All Along. What was your opinion, my friend, let's start with The Penguin?
Oh boy.
Okay.
First of all, let me say they need to retitle the show.
Okay.
Okay. It needs to be called The Absent Batman Meets The Sopranos.
Yeah,
Because to me there is nothing really wrong with the show as a crime drama or what have you, but in reality, and I am not bashing the show, although what I'm about to say is going to sound like that. I don't mean it to. Um, to me, it really is not what people on the whole are claiming it is. Um, to me, it's nothing but a crime drama that DC and HBO have agreed to make. Okay, I'm not bashing the performances. I did think Colin Farrell did an okay to marginal job. There were a couple of times that I did really kind of see him as the Penguin, but I must be honest, to me, he comes across like an older, overweight James Gandolfini from The Sopranos, or a missing character from The Godfather.
Mm.
My problem with the show at large, and it's already been said by the executives and by the showrunners, that we will not see Batman at all. Okay, that's fine. But the least that I feel the show could do, allow us to see some version of Commissioner Gordon or members of the Gotham police force. After watching the first episode, they had all that stuff going on, and I'm really trying not to spoil anything, but you had all that dark material going on. I'll put it that way, and no police involvement at all. That to me is a missing element for it. I also think that way too much of this, again, comparing it to The Sopranos and The Godfather, the whole business, and forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, of Cobblepot going to see his mother, and his mother gets all emotional about him being a weak man and all that. That is straight out of what they tried to do with The Sopranos. I will watch the other 7 shows that this is about, but I'm not watching it as a direct Penguin spinoff or anything to deal with Batman. To be honest, I'm watching it just to see what they do with the rest of it. And I must be honest, I'm watching it because of you all. What I mean by that is Franz and I, Captain America and I, believe in serving our audience. And we'd be doing a disservice to you if we didn't follow the rest of it. And with me being the big Batman DC Comics fan that I am, I feel obligated to do so. But to me, just because of the violence and every other word from the show being an F-bomb and what have you, I wasn't all that impressed. I really wasn't. The dialogue to me was choppy. A lot of the scenes, especially the one where the Penguin gets captured and tortured, the only reason why they stripped him is because HBO's standards allowed them to do so. That the stripping part of that was not even necessary, in my opinion. Again, I'm just not as impressed as the rest of the world about this. I've seen it before in other avenues, and they didn't do anything like from the first episode that made me say, "Wow, this is engaging. It's fantastic." I just didn't see it.
Let me ask you a question. What is the reaction? What has been the reaction so far? Are people loving it? Are they praising it? Are the critics loving it?
Yes. The reaction all the way around has been incredibly positive. And in spite of Colin Farrell wearing the body makeup and having, the facial prosthetics, it's still not enough for me.
By the way, before I give you my take, and I want to ask you in the audience, should I do this? Look, check this out. Look what So here's my question. It's a temporary tattoo of the Iron Fist signal. The question is, should I get a permanent tattoo? Vote and let me know what you think. What's your vote, Kevin?
Are you happy with it?
I kind of love it, to be honest with you. I'd like it a little bit bigger.
As long as you are happy with it and your missus doesn't care, go for broke.
I'll have to think about it. So let us know. You vote, and then we'll figure out whether or not I do it. Let me tell you my opinion of the Penguin. I think you nailed it. You nailed it on the head. I would slightly disagree on one issue, but I think you nailed it absolutely as usual. You nailed it on the head. The first thing is that the Penguin has nothing to do with the Penguin. Like, it's not the Penguin. It's not Batman. It's nothing at all whatsoever. So the title is irrelevant. And I think in that sense, they're sort of taking advantage of us because they're using that title to draw us in and to get us to watch the show, but at the same time don't respect the genre, the characters enough to actually do it honor. Having said that, I think they're delivering a really high quality show. I do think the show is extremely well done. I think Colin Farrell's performance is extremely impressive. I've rarely seen an actor lose themselves in a role. Now, I realize there's prosthetics and stuff. I get that. But I don't see Colin Farrell at all. I don't see in mannerism. I don't see in looks. I don't see I look for Colin Farrell and I don't even remember what he looks like in real life. He's so gone in the character. I think it's a Sopranos type of show. And I think as a Sopranos type of show, I think he's doing an excellent job. I think, it's well written, well directed, well acted. I think it's interesting. One of the things that it did is that it was compelling. So it made me want to watch the next scene and the next scene. It made me want to follow the story. So I think I'll fall in the group of the general reaction of people being impressed by it and praising it. I would absolutely praise it. I would give it credit for a lot of things that it's doing that I think are relatively unique in the sense of the makeup and the prosthetics. That's about it. I do see your point that the whole mother thing is basically the Sopranos. It's Sopranos. It's a Sopranos set in Gotham City. Now, do we need to call it Gotham City? No, because Gotham is irrelevant. Penguin is irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant to the genre. The question is, should we do it or should we not do it? I don't care either way. I don't care either way. To me, it's just a show. I think it's a good show. I think it's well done. I think it's well written. I think it's worth watching if you're interested in that type of genre. I see no absolute connection to Batman, Gotham, anything Batman related. And I think that they used it as a gimmick to draw us in. It worked because I'm watching it because of that reason. Without it, I likely wouldn't have watched it. Not because I have anything against it, but because there's a whole host, Kevin, a whole host of shows that are available out there that are actually very, very good, but I just don't have the opportunity, the chance, or even the desire to watch it because it's not particularly titillating to me. What's kind of upsetting, what I kind of don't like, and I'm using the word kind of specifically here, I kind of don't like it, it's not like I hate it, is I wish they would give us the Penguin. Like, I wish they would honor the material. I think you can do the Penguin, deliver the Penguin in a more authentic way while keeping the quality. I do. And I think that I could visualize how that could be done. And it's a shame that we're running so far away from the characters in the genres. And that's a pet peeve of mine. But, otherwise, 2 thumbs up. They're doing it based on the Batman series, and, it is what it is. So that's my opinion of it.
Understood.
Now, let me ask you this, and ladies and gentlemen, we're going to break this up into 2 different sections, but we're also going to keep a show that's continuous. The next conversation is Agatha All Along.